One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston. And his throw is incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Again, it's Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackman.
And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out.
And his first carry, he loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Not the trick.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Working from the gun, Wentz.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have the Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz.
To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Branson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Wentz now on 1st down. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
1st and goal from the 3. They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes.
And Winston lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Out of his end zone, Winston.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at the 11, and he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Now Wentz will keep it, and he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and go, and the lead now stands at 13. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jameis to throw it. That is taken in by Hurst. Touchdown, Bills.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
Point after here coming up. And that'll make it 13-7.
Makes the score Colts 13, Bills 7.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
6-man. Check lefty.
Shotgun now for Wentz. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up a 1st down.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a 1st after a gain of about 9. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On play action, it's Wentz. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They run with Hines. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Play action now. Winston. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. Off the play fake, Winston. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here's Rodgers to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On play action, Wentz. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
To throw is Wentz.
Again, looking for Pittman, a better result here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw here complete into the hands of Ertz.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Here's Wentz to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Now third down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. He's at the 40, the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Rodgers on the return.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Colts take over a first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. Ertz over the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll find Pittman. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
That's good for a Colts. First down.
From midfield, here's Wentz.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On first down, Wentz. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Hines, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Now Wentz.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde. There he goes right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Rodgers to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half.
Looking deep for his tight end Ertz. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz.
And this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Wentz. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Wentz.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Rodgers on the return.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On second down, it's Hines, and some room to maneuver, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First and 10 at their 48-yard line.
Here's Hines. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Teron Johnson able to pick it. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll run on first down. Edwards. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. From the gun, Winston. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down. Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Now Wentz. This to Hines on the drop-off. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think he'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Here's Rodgers to return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He'll check this down to Hines. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be 4th down.
Teamwork. Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. 3rd quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Again, it's Taylor. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
13 yards on the play. The tackle made at the 3-yard line.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. And oh, can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing, Winston. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Jameis to throw it. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Chandler Jones in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston under pressure. They got him again. Chandler Jones has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and forever. Here's Winston. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are right back in this football game. And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Touchdown, Colts! Odell Beckham, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
2nd and 8 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Man open, it's Moss, complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down, Winston. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll run here with Moss. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into it?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Gus Edwards. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Rodgers on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. Wentz now on 1st down. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Wentz now on 1st down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing is Wentz. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Important extra point up and through as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And the Bills are going to recover.
And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On second down, here's a run with Moss. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Winston. And this is incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Winston. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Darius Leonard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. And that particular play just came from the outside.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Here's Winston. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Colts are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense... And now here's another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defense